Hello, Penguin 4. Okay, so ever since we have a winter vacation assignment, but let's spend some time checking out the assignment together. If you've finished, why don't you just check out your answers? Okay, so part 1, used to. Used to didn't use to, so it's like used to verb, right? Used to verb and didn't used to didn't use to, right? And the question is like, did somebody use to? We always use a verb, all right? Okay, so uh right. So many years ago, students used to use, all right? Students used to use laptops. Are you sure? But many years ago, did people have laptops? No, right? So people didn't used to use laptops, right? Okay. And in 1900, young people, did they have cell phones in the past? So if people didn't have cell phones, they didn't used to have cell phones, right? Boys and girls separately when they were young. So boys and girls used to sit separately when they were young, right? And the teachers, 50 years ago, the teachers, they actually used to write with chalk, right? There weren't whiteboard markers in the past. So uh, teachers used to write with chalks before. And the school, they actually used to ring a big loud bell many years ago for recess, right? And in the old days, people in the past, people didn't really have a computer, so people didn't use to download music, right? Okay, part 1, I believe is quite easy for you. And how about part 2? Part 2, we use present progressive ism verb ing for future meaning. Ism verb ing for future meaning. For planned, scheduled future is am and are for future meaning. Ism verb ing. Verb ing present tense for future meaning, right? So let's check out the example sentence. So I take a yoga class next week. I am taking a yoga class. I am taking. Sorry, I use a highlighter. I'm taking, right? I'm taking. So we not go to New York. We aren't going to go, or we aren't going to New York next week, right? The hot air balloon is a more. Which one? Is taking off. Very good. And our school is a more. Which one? Is visiting the Johnson Space Center on Thursday, right? We use present tense for future scheduled future future meaning. Okay, so my sister is actually doing this something special. She's doing something special tonight, and the boy is using an encyclopedia in the library. In the library. In the library. And the passengers, what are they doing? They are looking at the view in the hill. In the hill, right? This is how you try to answer. How about part three? Part three. Adjective. Um, and we use comparative. So amazing, more amazing. Good, better, best, right? Frightening, more frightening, most frightening. Realistic, more realistic, most realistic. Scary, just B-Y-Y-I-E-R, scarier, scarier, and scariest. Confusing, more confusing, uh, most confusing. Embarrassing, more embarrassing, most embarrassing. Disappointing, disappointing, most disappointing. Please don't copy the sentences from the book. Okay. This movie is more amazing than the book. Amazing. So we need to make 5 sentences. How about this movie? How about I'll use spring? Okay. This is only for example. Please do not copy my sentence. Okay. This movie is better than the novel. Then the video game. Video game. But we need 8 words. Do we have 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Very good. So, well, more frightening. Uh, what kind of things are more frightening? The monster is more frightening than the I don't know. And then the what? Spiders? Spider? How many words? Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. 8 words. It's not too difficult, right? So, how about realistic? Uh, the book is more realistic than the what movie? How many words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, interesting. Uh, the spider is scarier than how about scary? The spider isn't as scary as somebody's dog. How many words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 words, right? Um, the book is more confusing than the movie, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Uh, Angelo, um, Angelo is embarrassing because he always sleeps with his mouth open, right? His mouth open. Okay, so I believe you can find a lot of examples from the book and just change the sentences a little bit. Do not just copy them. Don't just copy them, right? The it is always disappointing to wake up from a good dream, right? These are the sentences from the book. Don't just copy. If you copy, you will need to make the sentences again. Okay? Good. So, um, um, and right on next page, what do we do right here? Mm, let's check out part four. Part four. Book. Not as exciting as a movie. The book isn't as exciting as the movie, right? How about the adventure stories aren't as frightening as the horror stories, right? Right? English is more interesting than Japanese, right? And a country isn't as noisy as a city. My story is as realistic as your story. Okay, so it's not too difficult. Uh, so isn't as exciting as the movie. Super easy, right? How about let's try to find out the mistakes and correct it. For example, I have lived here 10 years. 10 years. We use a since for 10 years, right? So uh, the since uh, we use a for 10 years. Sorry. So I have lived here for 10 years. 100 years ago, the boys, what? Uh, just highlight, used to wear shorts, right? Used to wear shorts. Used, just like this. But you have to finish, copy the whole sentence. Did the boys and girls used to sit separately? Yes, very good. How about we didn't used to? We didn't used to. We just a review. We didn't used to have lunch at school when we were young. I am going to college. I will go to college. I will go to college. Okay. I will go to college when I grow up. Okay. The book isn't as good as the movie. They have learned Japanese since they arrived last year, right? Since. Okay. And number seven, the movie. Make it larger. From 7 to 11. The movie is what? Is more interesting than, right? More interesting than. Very good. I felt embarrassed when I fell on the street. I thought this number was boring because it wasn't interesting. What kind of sentence is that? Might. You use a verb for might. So he might be a singer in the future. Probably in the future. Are you eating at Joe's Bird Cafe tomorrow? Or did you eat at Joe's Cafe yesterday? Did you eat, right? Or are you eating at a restaurant at a cafe tomorrow? Okay, you have two options to make the sentence correct. Make it correct. Anyone sent me a partial a mail last week. So it must be somebody, right? Somebody. I don't know anything, right? I don't know anything about the Montgolfier brothers, and Anyone is traveling in a hot air balloon. It's actually somebody, right? Someone, somebody, some people are. The book isn't as confusing as the movie. It's super easy, right? I believe you can finish the whole assignment in probably, I don't know, 10 minutes. So, if you follow the instruction, I believe you can finish them really quickly. And I'll be seeing you, all of you, right on February 19th. So, everyone, have a nice winter vacation. Have a nice Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, whatever the way you call it. Anyway, see you soon. Back to school. Goodbye, everyone.